Pen y Fan is the tallest peak in South Wales. It's situated in the Brecon Beacons, and it's definitely worth going up if you have a few hours to spare and you're in the region. It's very different from other mountains in the sense that it's very grassy, not a lot of rock cliff edge here, and also it's quite an easy challenge, not that difficult. But I'm going to give you some tips in this video if you are planning on visiting there. So if you're going to Pen y Fan, you're going to have two options of which route you take to get to the top. If you're approaching from the main road, there is one lay-by, which I believe is free, and that's a longer and a bit harder of a hike. However, we in this video went to the paid car park, which is brand new, mainly because there were no spaces in the other car park, so we ended up going up this route. Finding a parking space wasn't too hard, but it's not cheap. It's about $7.50, I believe, to park your car here. Other than that, you are ready to begin your hike. You're going to go through a gate like this here. As you can see, it's quite busy. This is around about lunchtime kind of time. But you're going to go through the gate, over the bridge, and that's where the ascent begins. Both times I've been up Pen y Fan, I found the first 15 to 20 minute stretch of this trail is the hardest part. I feel like it's the steepest and the toughest bit to get going on. However, just keep powering through it, and then it gets a lot easier as you start to steadily climb the mountain. This is Pen y Fan 2024. I went out last night, so this is going to suck for me. And that's where we're heading. So I did go out the night before this hike, but the fact that I can go out and be mildly hungover and climb this mountain, I think speaks for a lot, in the sense that this is not a tough mountain to climb. Bear in mind I am fitter than the average individual, so others may find it quite tricky. I do recommend walking boots. You can see the ground's a little bit rough with my footing here. Some of the cobbles will hurt your feet if you are wearing slim footwear or trainers. But if you climb mountains regularly, especially more challenging ones like Ben Nevis, Snowdon, Scafell Pike, you won't find this difficult in any way, shape or form. It's a very easy hike if you are experienced. And you can see from this footage here, it's not that steep. It's not that harsh of an angle to climb. It's quite flat. This is the easier part, the easier stretch of the walk, should I say. And from here, it is pretty easy all the way up to the top, more or less. Now, this was a Saturday in July that we are here doing this, so just bear in mind, it does get quite busy. You can see it's quite crowded. If you're going to go at the weekend, it will be crowded. If you're going to go in the school holidays, it's more than likely going to be crowded. Lots of families. So, yeah, if you want quiet, I would go early. This is around about 1 in the afternoon kind of time, so just to give you an idea of what the crowd levels are like. Now, don't be mistaken, this is not Pen y Fan, this is not the top. Pen y Fan is over there in the distance. This here is the first bit of mountain that you get to. You will have the choice of two routes to get to Pen y Fan. There is one where you have to scramble up a little bit of some rocks in order to get to it, or there's a more simple lower path that goes around here. So if you want the less challenging one, take this path. And again, it's going to be crowded when you get to the top. As you're about to see, we overtake quite a lot of people trying to get there. It's quite busy at the top as well sometimes. Everyone stops there to have their lunch. People want to take photos. So if you want to take a photo at the exact top of Pen y Fan with the little statue, you're probably going to have to queue up a little bit. Nevertheless, the views from the top are quite spectacular, as you can see. There are some nice mountain edge views. You can see the Brecon Beacons in the distance, and yeah, definitely worth coming up here and spending a bit of time enjoying the views. If you're lucky, there'll be a small breeze and you might catch a few dust devils. They're quite fun to watch and try to pick them up on camera. Unfortunately, I didn't get any in this video, but one day. The whole journey up the mountain and back down, if you're going to stop for about 10-15 minutes at the top, we did it in about an hour and a half, so obviously going back down is a lot quicker than going up. But again, we are quite physically fit, we are used to hiking up mountains, and therefore that's how long it took us. So if you're not, it's probably going to take you a bit longer. Just something to bear in mind. Other than that, enjoy your hike up Pen y Fan if you go, and I'll see you in the next one.